What's up everyone, this is Charlie Gamma speaking, bringing you some more Great League battles in the gobattleleague and another video featuring Gliscore in the lead. I enjoy playing with this team a lot. Gliscore has a decent matchup against a lot of the current meta Pokemon, and Galvantula and Cresselia gives a decent backup against the Azumarill. So I hope you enjoyed this video and make sure to like and subscribe. Enjoy! To tell you the truth, the metal switching caught me really off guard, but in the end what eventually lost me this match is not shielding this foul play. I called the bait and I called it wrong, and to be honest, even if it was a bait, it would still be a shield worth investing, so bad play by me. Now I'm too low with my Galvantula and my Gliscore, so the Hypno can just confusion me down. GG. The Defense Deoxys matchup is another example of why I like Gliscore, but to tell you the truth, if I had Fury Cutter as the first move, this matchup would have been not as close and more in favor of the Gliscore. This Register matchup is a bit tricky because in order to win it I have to invest a shield, and now I have to pray essentially that he has something weak in the back to Cresselia. And as you can see, I tried to catch the flash cannon, but unfortunately I wasn't able to, and thankfully it doesn't really matter. Here is another great example of why Gliscore is amazing, especially with energy advantage. the opponent should have thrown the X scissors to hit for super effective damage, but from that range it didn't really matter. GG. Right there I made a crucial mistake by throwing the Earthquake instead of the Night Flash. I thought because the opponent lowered my attack by one stage that he wouldn't shield, but I was wrong, and let's see how things turns out. Unfortunately, that crucial mistake made me lose switch advantage, and because of that, everything aligned perfectly for my opponent, and I couldn't recover from that. Good game. Azumarill is obviously the worst lead possible for my Gliscore, so I have to bail as soon as possible, and the opponent makes a great swap catching this Grass Knot. But now he makes a terrible mistake not shielding this Moonblast, and now I win switch advantage, which is huge for me. Right there I should have went for Moonblast. I went for Grass Knot even though Big will heavily resist this attack because I thought that I might get to another one. Eventually I couldn't, but it didn't really matter as winning switch advantage was everything because now my Gliscore gets to avoid the Azumarill matchup. That was a good game, going 3 out of 5. Let's see how I do in the second set. Shielding the Blizzard and not calling the bait was a huge call, and right there the opponent makes a crucial mistake by shielding this Night Slash. I decided to switch right there because I didn't want the Skarmory to farm me down, and obviously Shifter is a great response to Cresselia, but he does have to shield the Moonblast, and I know that I have a great response to both Shifter and Skarmory with my Galvantula. let's see. I made a great call right there by not shielding the Leaf Blade, thinking I must save the shield for Skarmory, as I know is really close to another charge attack, and because I didn't let the Skarmory farm me down, he wasn't able to reach the 2. So GG. The way I like to play the Skarmory matchup with my Galvantula is by throwing the discharge right when they are about to throw another sky attack. That way I let them think if it's worth shielding or not, and if they do shield, I get to farm a lot of energy. I do have to invest both shields though, which is not nice, but let's see how it turns out. I don't know if the opponent decided to save the shield for Galarian Stunfisk or we just called the bait and wasn't expecting the Earthquake. Either way, shielding right there the Night Slash was the biggest mistake because I wasn't really close to another Earthquake and my plan right there was to just chip it down as much as possible. Now I can come with my Skarmory. It needs about 2 Earthquakes and a Rock Slide in order to finish it off, and it's not gonna happen. GG. Like I said in the previous video, the way I like to play the Galarian Stunfisk lead, which is a bit tricky, is by throwing the Earthquake right away and see if they shield. If they do shield, I switch into Cresselia, and if they don't, I get to farm it down with my Gliscore. Shielding the Dragon Pulse right there was a huge call by me, and to be honest I think the opponent made a mistake by throwing it instead of the Sky Attack. And also, because I shielded, I actually encouraged the opponent to shield as well, which is why I went for the bait. And I know the Altaria is in Moonblast range, and I know that if I shield I can get to another one. And let's see what he has in the back. It is a Abomasnow in the back, and right now things get a bit tricky because I know I can't get to another lunge, and right now my opponent makes a mistake by throwing the Weather Ball instead of farm a bit more and then throw, because that way he might have gotten to another Weather Ball to KO the Cresselia. GG. And Azumarill lead again, so I know that I have to win switch advantage, and thankfully it's a Clefable, which is definitely doable. Okay, so right there I thought I made a mistake by throwing the Grass Knot, but because of that I was able to reach another Grass Knot, and after checking the sims on PvPoke it turned out that 2 Grass Knots equal to 60 damage, while 1 Moonblast equals to 58 damage. So I made a bit more damage, And right now I know that I have to save the shield for my Galvantula, even if it is a solar beam, which it is. So let's see how it turns out. I made 2 ballsy moves right there by throwing the lunge. I knew that the Azumarill already had energy, so I just hoped he doesn't have Hydro Pump, and unfortunately he does, so good game. That was a good game. That will be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time.